Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Yo!
Oh my God!
Yo. That was the craziest
Yo!
It's Yo MMA Rap with Louis J. Gomez and Dave Smith.
Yo, 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 we are back. My name is Louis, and I'm a hack. His name is Dave, and he's the best. Got a big better than the rest. Yo.
Oh, your best rap yet.
I know, dude. I'm fucking out here rapping. What's up?
I was also going to say that's your best one yet.
The flow was there. The content was true and accurate.
Flowing, I'm going, I'm drawing, I'm flowing, blowing, smowing and showing and knowing.
Yeah, that part was rough.
It wasn't as good, but he kept it. I'll give him credit for that.
If you have to stutter in order to keep the right, and I'm knowing. I love it. Welcome to Yo MMA Rap. I am your boy, Louis J. Gomez, Puerto Rican Rattlesnake, King of Things, point guard of podcasting. He is the most consistent man known to mankind, Dave Smith. Very happy, Dave. I'm so proud of you, dude.
Are you?
I'm so proud of you. First of all, I met his son. I'll tell you right now, straight up not gay. Kid's not gay. I can tell very, very quickly.
Straight.
It was pretty incredible, dude. To raise a straight boy and within a year of his life to be that alpha.
Well, as you know, being not gay is a constant struggle. You always got to stay. You got to stay on your toes. Got to stay
one
alert.
step ahead, dude.
That's right. They're always trying to catch you.
Yeah, and then it's ironic because as soon as you're ahead, you're like, my butt's open.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do now?
You're in perfect position right before the gays.
There we go.
So yeah, but a year in, I've kept him not gay.
Love it.
Thank
Love
you
it,
for
dude.
being proud.
No, but I went and saw your brand new house. It was very amazing. Your daughter is the cutest little girl in the world.
She is.
Her and James were like, I mean, she was just smitten with James. She was on his hip, like everything he would do. She's like looking at him. She's like, James, and come look. I mean, how cute is that to watch our kids playing together in your brand new, big, beautiful house? It was a great little moment between friends. You understand? We've known each other since we were 19 years old. We were scumbags, like scumbags. The fact that like I even think about the fact that we've come to the point where it's like we're making a little bit of cachole. We got we got chicks that we're into. We got some things. We got some irons in the fire. Some things that are
chicks that we're into is how Louis just described him having a girlfriend for 4 months and me being married to the
with your second child.
2 children.
We're in the same place right now.
We both got chicks that are fairly consistent in our lives.
Goddamn
yes.
right.
No, it was and also I mean I think some of the fans know or whatever, but like I mean I was there when James was born. I was like very very close with James for since he was born, and so to see him now, this big kid about to be 10 years old, and he's just turned into like he really is, dude. Like just the most wonderful kid. Like you've done such a great job with him. Then to see him and my little girl playing together, and they're running around my new house.
So cute.
It was really fun.
Great moment.
Cool.
Great moment.
And
really
you brought
happy.
me some a nice bottle of whiskey, which is a good way to come into a man's house.
Of course, come on. If you show up at a man's brand new house, you show up empty-handed. You're a piece. It's a fact.
And Lauren said, "Thank you for the wine." She said the wine was very good.
It was a solid bottle of wine. I love that bottle of wine. Bought one for myself, by the way. Sitting at home right now. I got him a bottle of Angel's Envy, a little bit of bourbon. Big fan of the burbs. Let's do some plugs. Let's get those right out of the way.
Okay.
Dave Smith. First of all, shout out to Yo Kratom for making the show even possible. Home of the $60 kilo, and now home of the 2 for $100 kilos for on Black Friday. So
There you go.
if you're not blacked out on Black Friday, grab yourself 2 $50 kilos. And Dave, what do you got plugging? Any shows coming up?
25th, there's, I believe, 10 tickets or so left for each show. The 25th, one night only in Poughkeepsie, New York at Laugh It Up.
That's so specific. It's such an even number that it has to be a lie. I don't know what's
or
going on.
so. I said or so.
Dave's, he's doing some trickery right
These
now.
shows will
Tomfoolery.
These shows will sell out. But if you want to come, you still can grab some tickets right now. ComicDaveSmith.com. Ticket links are up there now. Also, the ticket links tickets are up for me and Louis J. Gomez at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, New Year's Eve spectacular.
By the way, everything is sold out except for the general admission tickets. All the VIP seatings, all the booths, all the Mitzi booths. Yeah, they're also. We're going to sell it out. Hopefully, adding a second show, but not definitely. So grab your tickets now. Don't wait until closer to New Year's Eve. We're going to have a fucking crazy show on New Year's Eve.
Hell yeah, dude.
Karen Feehan. Who else is on the show? Karen Feehan. Colin Turl, Zach Amico, Crack Amico, and many, many more. What's going on here? Whoa. What's up?
Whoa,
hey,
whoa.
The great Mickey Gall.
What's up, bro?
What are you doing here? Gerard Michaels.
Gerard.
Get out of town. What are you guys doing here? By the way, I mean, I'm going to throw this out there. I know you guys are doing a podcast, soon to be on the Gas Digital Network, the Slick and the Thick podcast, but you should know that we're doing a show right now.
You're moving me?
Time out.
Hold on.
I told you we're coming in here.
Hold on, talking to the microphone, you non-podcasting asshole.
We join Gas Digital if I can record when I want to record.
You can't just come in during our time and record
We're in
a
the
podcast.
city, bro. Dave, come on.
All right. Louis, fuck him up.
Well, you know what? Hold on, boys. Fuck, who would I guess we'd all want to take Gerard, even though Gerard's a giant beast himself.
Gerard be fighting with Greg Hardy and shit. Like, I don't think, you know.
Gerard can throw. Gerard can actually throw.
Yeah, he'll give you a nasty fucking 30 seconds, bro.
Lewis is acting like I didn't lift you up over my head in Nashville.
I know you're strong.
Dude, are we gonna act like that didn't
Would it
happen?
just be so discouraging for our 2-on-2 fight against them when I just pick Gerard and he sleeps me in one
it's over.
punch, and then
No,
it's just
over.
you. It's two of them against you.
I've trained with Mickey where
Plot
Mickey's
twist.
just fucking around and he calls his shot. And it's the most disheartening thing. It really made when I started training with legit pros, like legit pros, I was like, okay, I'm not a fighter. I completely got where I stood in the fucking world. But
what is going on with this mic stand?
I don't know. Apparently we get our show taken over by these two fucking
Well, I'm happy
thugs.
I actually got to see you guys.
Yeah,
I didn't know-
thugs.
Well, they said someone else was recording, but
They didn't even
I
tell
just
you who.
thought,
Yeah.
you know, I thought it'd be better.
It said Gas Digital didn't have enough fighters and libertarian comics, so we decided to help.
So I am very happy to have you guys. You guys are going to be joining the network momentarily. We're going to be announcing a date soon. But you guys have been doing your show for a little while. Slick and Thick, or Slick and the Thick.
Slick and thick.
Slick and Thick.
Yeah, articles not necessary.
I'm very happy to have you guys joining the network. I'm a little bit upset that you guys have taken over our studio time, but I mean, I guess we can both just do our podcast at the same time.
But, like, I know you're, like, kind of the boss around here, but if you can't kick my ass, who's really the boss?
This is not.
This would be a nice little kiss the ring moment.
This
for
isn't
you to kiss my
Viking
ring.
rules where you become the boss by being the toughest person.
No?
What is this?
They're alpha mailing you.
Yeah.
This is, you know what? This is what I was talking to you about, Lewis. These guys they deserve what they're getting right now.
This is a return to toxic masculinity, gents.
I
I'm
like
here
it.
for
Well,
it.
cheers.
All right,
Cheers, my friend.
cheers to
Hey,
that.
someone
You know,
needs to
can
get
we
me
get
a goddamn drink.
Can we get some whiskey? Can we get some whiskey for the boys?
Yeah.
We got some ice. We got a little bit of bourbon.
Do we have some?
I want to know.
take a water on the rocks.
How was Skankfest, boys? I only saw it from Instagram. It looked like an absolute zoo.
Skankfest
Epic in every way,
was
huh?
incredible.
Yeah,
it was the best one. It was the best one yet, I think, by far.
Yeah, you guys got to come next year.
Did anybody get pregnant at Skankfest, you figure, or what?
Almost certainly.
Not by me. Not by me, but if they did, I think the amount of weed smoke and drugs that were sort of running through the festival really took care of any babies.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm confident that they've all been aborted by this point, but there certainly were some pregnancies.
Dave's very, very pro.
What do they want it to be or
Dave's
not?
pro-life.
Pro-abortion?
Dave's pro-life, but he is. You could admit that if you accidentally murder your baby by partying at Skankfest, it's completely fair play.
Well, there's no way to even know there was a baby.
It's very true.
Rock star life.
It's a very
Short rock star life.
Yeah.
Look, we have a great show planned today. Lots of fun stuff to talk about.
Well,
Let's
fuck
finish
that.
the
That's out the
plugs.
window. Slick and Thick's in this
Slick
bitch
and
now,
Thick-
bro.
You guys, by the way, can lead the show. Let me do my plugs, and then you guys can lead the fucking show. I can give a shit less.
All right.
Let me finish my
I
plugs.
got to sit here for the plugs.
Oh,
now?
you gotta sit here
I'm
for
gonna
the
go get a water.
We got a lot of live stuff coming up, guys, on the road. Me and Aaron Berg, December 1st, Indianapolis, Indiana. McHenry, Illinois on December 2nd. December 3rd, Glendale, Wisconsin. Then the rest of December, Yuck Yucks, obviously New Year's Eve at the Comedy Store. And then January, got Washington, D.C., Phoenix, Bloomington, Minnesota, and Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. Lewis of Skanks.com for all those tickets and more. Lots more dates being added. I'm filming my second special in London I think in June. We're looking at June, the first weekend in June. So
hell yeah, dude.
Look out for that. If you guys are in the UK, come fucking support. I should be doing a few shows leading up to that in the UK as well, in different areas like Ireland, Scotland, etc. Subscribe to Gas Digital. Use that promo code YOMMA. Get a 7-day free trial. Get instant access to the on-demand library. And support Slick and Thick.
Yeah, bro. I'll give you a shout out too. The woman I toured with, Carol Ann Miljavic, very, very, very funny woman.
Nice.
She caught your and Aaron's show. We all did, obviously, in Nashville.
Sick.
One, she couldn't believe you guys were saying out loud the things you were saying, getting away with saying it too. Said it was the funniest show she ever been to.
Awesome.
So I mean,
That's
like
amazing.
it was like. It's really legit. Obviously, everybody that listens to this knows to go see it. But if you haven't seen it, if you don't know what you're in for.
Yeah.
It's quite the night.
Aaron's a fucking psycho. He's a killer, dude. He hits so fucking hard, and it's a really great show. So please support that tour. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? Vic Mysterio, our producer, who's in parts unknown. Okay, who knows where Vic lives? Okay, we don't know what he looks like. We don't know where he lives. We know nothing about the man.
Yep.
But he's the best producer in MMA podcasting. The reality is, these notes
Out the fucking window.
Gone.
Sorry,
that?
Vic.
Nancy Pelosi.
Sorry, Vic.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
staying up all night, Vic.
I know you put a lot
I've
of
been NWO'd.
It's the new world era
That's the
here.
voice from the voice in my headphones. Where's he coming from? I was
don't
wondering
know.
what was going on
We
there.
don't
That
know.
was you at
Don't
first.
know.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not him.
I'm not
Cool.
convinced his real name is Vic.
Shout out to Big Greg Hardy on a W. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. I did not
95
see
pounds.
This.
Huh?
Can we watch this? These highlights. I
Please,
did not
put some
see,
highlights on.
I didn't see any of this.
Who did he fight?
I told you he's gonna be 100 pounds heavier.
Yeah, he was 95
Gerard's
pounds
been
heavy.
training with him down in Florida.
He's got his feedback under
He fought Hasim Rahman Jr.
Rockman's
Bro, he is so big and so
But isn't
fast.
Hasim Rahman Jr. like 215? He's much smaller, right?
Yeah, but he's a legit boxer.
But this is one of my favorite things, especially with like, real fighters. They always want to act like size doesn't matter, man. Size matters, dude. 95 pounds is 95
Did you
pounds.
ever?
Dude.
Do you ever see back in the day? I know I've talked to you about this, Lewis, before, but back in the day, Shaq did this show, like a short-lived show, where it was like Shaq tries everything.
He boxed De La Hoya.
And he boxed, like sparred Oscar De La Hoya. And it's just, Shaq awkwardly clunking around to the ring. But, dude, you could tell right away, like, he gave De La Hoya real problems.
But Shaq
like,
also had a little bit of boxing experience, right?
Yeah, like
It wasn't-
a
De
very
La
little
Hoya
bit.
wasn't taking all the coke, so he was a little,
That's right.
He was a little slow.
But he was De La Hoya would come in and hit him with like a crazy like body punch combination, and it would just have
So you
no
can pull that up.
effect.
You could probably pull that
No
up.
effect on Shaq, and Shaq would just paw jabs at him that you could tell, or like you could just see. And then every time they clinched, you could obviously see Shaq, if he wanted to in a real fight, could just lift him over his fucking head. But even just in a boxing ring, like if they box for 12 rounds, Shaq knocks Oscar De La Hoya the fuck out like 10 out of 10
I don't know.
times,
I don't
dude.
think that's true. 10 out of 10.
Dude.
Let's see, please. Turn it down a little bit, though. It's not plus.
This is David.
Yeah, I
and,
think, and
David and De La Hoya here. This is David and Goliath.
Yeah,
I don't think 10 out of 10, Dave. I think he'd make it closer than he should. But when it's a pro boxer versus, and I think De La Hoya is kind of touching him a little bit. He's not trying to whack him.
Yeah, no, neither of them are trying to knock the other ones out.
You remember when?
But but that ain't like pretty. That don't look pretty for De La Hoya.
Remember when Covington was going after LeBron?
Yeah.
So I mean, look, Kobe Covington, is Kobe Covington, but he's given up a whole foot.
I don't care. Covington
and
would
100
whoop the
pounds.
shit out of LeBron.
You think Covington would
Fuck
just
him if he
destroy
wants.
LeBron?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
With that reach,
Are you
with
kidding me?
that size, that
Brother,
speed?
if LeBron trained for 10 years, maybe not. Probably
Okay.
not.
How-
but
how
absolutely
long-
No,
not
so
in this
This
world.
is where I agree.
Here,
So-
take the volume
all right,
off of
turn
this.
it off.
Yeah.
How long would LeBron have to train before he'd be a real problem for Covington?
10 years.
10 full years?
10.
I think there's, dude, that
Jake
level of
Paul's
like
kinda-
grappling. He'll even like Colby could even do shit that doesn't work in the UFC. Like you remember when James Toney fought Randy Couture, he ankle picked him and just took
but
him
they were
down.
the same size though.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like he could fucking like grab an ankle and fucking have LeBron on
At
his
100
back.
pounds
The
more?
problem is, I think
Yes.
it's the grappling is
Are
the
you saying you'd
biggest
fuck
factor
me
there.
up, dude?
No.
So,
Thank you.
but here's the thing. I think the grappling is the X factor.
Correct
there, right?
answer.
You can't just learn grappling that easily. So LeBron will be at such a wrestling specifically such a massive disadvantage with Colby. If it was strictly striking, how long would it take LeBron to catch up with Colby? I think a couple years would be a competitive fight. If LeBron was just focused on boxing and it was and Colby was just focused on boxing, I think it would be a lot more competitive of a fight than you'd think.
So
And
220.
they're only allowed to box? Or
Only
Kobe?
allowed to box.
Okay, then, yeah.
Couple
Then,
years,
yes.
and then because I think
But if
LeBron's
it's
a
a
high
full-on
level
fight,
athlete,
a full-on fight, a full-on fight?
You're just not going to catch up in the wrestling department,
That's what I'm
especially LeBron's so
Yeah.
old. I mean, how could you?
But
Yeah, he won't be able to
dude,
stand his
size does matter though, man. Size
Says the
and speed
fucking
matter.
Says that he's trying to-
295
I'm just
pound
saying.
behemoth.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude. So let's extrapolate this out differently, okay?
I hate when big guys use big words. Dude. It's infuriating,
Fucking-
dude.
Bro, oh my, have you been listening to our
Fucking
podcast?
meathead. Yeah, I've
Oh, it
listened.
makes me so mad.
Yeah, he's a fucking smart
Shut
dickhead.
the
I
fuck
hate
up,
it.
Gerard.
So let's extrapolate this out.
Oh my
Are you
God.
going to unpack
120
this?
Let's unpack this. So Ronda Rousey, 125. Le'Veon Bell, 220. You're telling me Ronda Rousey
Probably breaks his arm.
breaks Le'Veon Bell's arm?
Yes.
Le'Veon Bell is the
Football player who's now boxing.
All pro.
Oh, I
NFL
think
running
he
back.
knocks her fucking head off
I mean,
her
it
shoulders.
Destroys her.
I mean, if he
destroys
connects
her.
with a punch, she's in a lot of trouble.
If Ronda fights a dumb fight, that happens. If she's
Le'Veon
fighting
I
a
think
Bell-
smart fight,
Ronda has to fight a perfect fight. Think how strong he is, dude.
he
There's
wouldn't
way.
know. Is what I'm
Think-
saying.
Look, I
He'd be
stink.
like,
I stink at jiu-jitsu. I'm a blue belt, dude. Girls that have straight up brown belt killers in the gym, I can literally just outpower and I'll
Have you
just
guys seen
crush
Ronda
them.
lately? She's got to be 189.
Yeah.
That's such a specific weight too.
Mickey used to work at a carnival against people's weights.
Dude, all I'm saying is,
I think
I'm taking nothing away from the pro fighters. Nothing. Nothing at all. The fact that it's even a question whether a guy of Kobe Covington's size can compete against a literal giant like LeBron shows you how impressive
I get
that
your
is.
point. I do think.
But
I
there's
just
a
think
DNA issue here.
I think the grappling is a whole different thing. Like even striking, there's just something about it that it is like it's kind of like intuitive. Like I'm not saying there's not things you learn about striking that like, oh, you wouldn't do it. You would normally you'd throw a punch this way or normal, but you kind of get the idea. Even just someone in a street fight gets the idea of punching someone else in the face. In grappling, there's so much shit that like when you see people who don't know how to grapple at all, they do the exact wrong thing because all of their instincts tell them to do that. Like it's just not. So if you don't
If
know,
someone's on top of you, you're like,
Like,
"All right, let me
get away from me.
Turn, yeah.
Get the fuck away from
well,
me.
it does. It seems like doing this.
Give up my back. Give up my back. Give up my back.
Well, that is just
Just
people
the
turn.
instant, like, just like
Yeah.
to put your arm out like that. It's so fucking fun. Calm down, Mickey. I get it, dude. We get it.
Yeah,
You
it's not
dickhead.
fucking hot in here. Now that I own this place, can we turn up the AC a little bit? You know?
Yeah, can we get some air on in here, please?
Sure.
I mean,
Sure thing, boss.
I look. I think the debate of Ronda Rousey. Remember, there was a big debate for a while. I guess Ronda could fucking.
Well,
beat
Ronda
most guys.
said, this was her quote,
Floyd?
that she said that she has a puncher's chance at submitting Cain Velasquez.
Okay.
At the
It's
time,
psychotic.
Cain
Okay,
Velasquez
like,
was
this is
the-
what I'm off the Ronda train. I'm off the
By the way, it
Ronda
was
train. I'm off the
disrespectful.
Ronda train.
It was that's actually what sent Kane into that rage.
Remember
it wasn't
our-
even.
Also, have you seen Cain Velasquez in the latest pictures of him at like the arraignment when he finally got bail?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh no, but even she said it.
He's been hitting
she
the yard.
said
Huh?
it.
Fucking-
Kane is
But
out there
she
with the
said
rest
this
of
when he was heavyweight champion of the world. And just me and Lewis's our thing was we said that Kane could start the fight in a fully extended armbar with
Yes.
Ronda Rousey, and he
Literally,
would,
and
he would
kill
just
her.
he would
Even
just
if it
Hulk
broke his arm,
Hogan
he'd
his
still
way
be
back.
having
He'd fucking
capacity
start
to-
pounding her. It would be.
You can curl 100 pounds. You can curl Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
Like, what are we talking
he's-
about here, bro?
no, so
come
that's
on.
crazy. So people get that crazy, but I'm not talking about the chick thing. Adds a whole different element. I'm just saying that, like very clearly, this is specifically with jujitsu.
Mm-hmm.
There, if your question is, would a 130-pound jiu-jitsu black belt fuck up a 280-pound man? Yes, he would. Like
Yeah,
he'll do
well,
it
I mean,
consistently.
UFC
if they don't
kinda
know,
proved
yeah,
that,
if they don't
right?
know
Yeah,
what they're
so-
doing, if they're truly like
Talk about man
novice-
versus man. We can't sit here and pretend like we're not one of these shows that pretends
right.
that women are on the same fucking level here. What do you want me to say,
How
dude?
dare you?
They're just chicks. What do you want me to say? And there are some fucking incredible chicks, and they're incredible against other chicks. It just ain't happening. The whole mix.
Come on, dude.
Fucking. Is there any chick in MMA that can beat a professional like a UFC level guy? It ain't happening.
No.
No way.
No, not a UFC level, dude. No, you'd have to go several levels beneath that. But
Carla Esparza.
Carla Esperanza, she could
There
be
you go.
puncher's chance against Cain
Probably.
Velasquez.
Puncher's chance.
All right. So what?
How about that girl? Remember Fallon Fox, the one who was
The transgendered.
transgender,
Yeah.
and that girl Ashley
Evan Smith.
beat her.
Yeah, she did. Which is crazy. It's a fucking embarrassment.
But the thing was, Fallon Fox is not that good of a
should-
fighter.
She should have to cut her dick off. After that,
Yeah,
that's it.
she-
She's like, no, you
yeah.
don't get to keep your penis now,
Yeah,
bitch.
for sure not.
Did she have it?
But
the
she
whole
wasn't.
time?
But the point was, she wasn't UFC caliber.
Well,
You know what I
so
mean?
Rogan got a lot of shit because he was the one one of the biggest voices who first was saying, he goes, "This is fucked up. You can't have a biological man fighting a woman. Like this is just wrong." And then they were like, "Oh, you're transphobe or whatever." And then when she lost to that chick, they used that to be like, "See, Rogan, it's not unfair because she loses." But then his counter to that was like, no, this proves my point, and it proves that she's only beating these other chicks because she's a biological male.
Exactly.
She's not even skilled.
Yeah.
She's just like, so yeah, the whole thing is
Yeah,
insane.
I guess that's kind of the point I'm trying to make, going back to like Greg Hardy. It's like, dude was an all-pro in the NFL. And
But-
he's
I feel like you're
100
just trying to-
pounds
But this
heavier.
is
big
also,
people.
it's also,
Yeah,
it's-
well, just like your boy was, your boy was like, "Oh, he's just big," but I've gotten that my whole life. I've gotten that every time I've been training. It's like, well, he's just big. He's not actually like throwing anybody.
Well,
right?
here's the
He's
thing:
just big.
if you're that high
It's
level
like-
of an athlete, Greg Hardy's super high level athlete.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Who's
I'm
been
not saying
hyper
you're a
focused
bum
on
off the street.
moving his body a certain way. If Greg Hardy, I see this a lot, dude. If Greg Hardy decided that he just wanted to fucking dance, I'm sure he could learn how to dance pretty well, right?
Yeah.
He's also
Racist.
black. I'm sure he already knows how to dance.
it is in him.
But yeah, I mean,
Looks
so
like
it's
he'd be
not
great at
necessarily
basketball.
that surprising that he's able to. It's more surprising that Jake Paul can go out and do what he's doing to high level athletes
Sure.
and to fighters.
And by the way, as we saw, still not that good a dancer.
They were college wrestlers though, weren't they? The Pauls weren't they college wrestlers?
I
I
They
think
were not.
Logan was. It was like very.
They were
It wasn't like
college?
high level. I think it was like low level college.
okay.
Still,
Maybe just high school. It was, but yeah, they're athletes. They're athletic dudes.
yeah.
Obviously, there's no fucking
Bro, that dude in
hating
WWE is going high spots, bro. That dude.
Yeah, I was impressed.
That's-
That impressed me.
with
His-
Logan.
his
I
career
haven't
is-
seen anything he's done in the WWE yet. Is it good?
It looked
Why?
pretty
'Cause
tight.
you
Look,
hang,
those
you hang
guys-
out with chicks or
Look,
something?
I'm telling you right now, I can't hate anymore on the Paul brothers. They're crushing it at what they're doing.
crushing it.
Amen.
Period. They're absolutely crushing it, dude. They're living their fucking dreams. Jake Paul wakes up every day, he opens his eyes, and he does what the fuck he wants
Fuck
to do,
yeah.
and that is the definition of success.
Yep.
We should all be, and whatever, maybe you don't like what he's doing. Doesn't matter. He's doing what the
probably
fuck he
hating
wants
a
to do,
little bit.
right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, dude. We should be looking at that and going, what the fuck? We need to take a little more inspiration and just take fucking chances in life.
I agree.
Because these kids are fucking straight up just living their dreams every day before our very eyes. You can hate all you want, but they're fucking rich, they're good looking, they're dating hot chicks, they're fucking doing everything that they want
This
to do.
motherfucker did a TED talk on Jake Paul,
true.
bro. That's what's up, man. That's legit.
What's
Bro.
is he doing? He's doing
Dude,
good shit?
he's legit. He's legit, bro. I used to hate on these guys. I used to fucking be like, yo, these guys are fucking lame. I love them. And dude, in the attention economy, these guys know how to stay
Yeah, of course.
in the fucking news, dude.
And I mean, whatever. Like, you have to look. They don't have to fucking do some of this shit. The life of a fighter is a fucking tough life. Putting in that type of
Bro.
training is a fucking tough life. The fact that Jake Paul's got millions of dollars, he's good looking, he doesn't need to. I weirdly respect that more than the guy who has to fight, right? The
true,
guy who has
it's
to fight,
true.
he's got no other options. Jake Paul can do anything the fuck he wants to do, and he still decides to get up and train hard. And I've heard that Jake Paul trains hard. Like, he has like legit fight camps. He's not like fucking around. He's not being lazy.
Well,
He
you
actually
could
puts
tell.
in the
You
work.
could tell from the fights that he's like, oh, the dude's like really fucking.
And he's
training
getting appreciably
boxing.
better each fight. He's getting noticeably better.
And it is like, okay, it's true that like there's always a thing that people could say like, well, he hasn't done this, or he hasn't fought like a real high level boxer or anything like that. Regardless, it is impressive to put on boxing gloves and beat Anderson Silva. It's impressive. It's impressive to beat.
It was the most
Tyron
depressing.
Woodley.
It was the most depressing ending to any fight.
Well, I mean, Anderson Silva was 75 years old.
It still doesn't matter. He still should have been able to handle him. Everyone, did you guys call Jake Paul over Anderson? No way.
No.
Nobody that knows about fighting was calling Jake Paul over Anderson Silva.
And
After I thought Woodley was gonna beat him, and after that didn't happen, I've been kind of like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah, who knows what the
You know
fuck's
what I mean?
going on?
It's like-
I tweeted this out the day it happened. It felt like
I thought Askren was gonna
the
beat
day
him.
after you found out Santa wasn't real when you were a kid. Like the next morning, you're like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like that's how I felt when Anderson lost that fight. And I also thought Askren was going
I
to.
thought Askren was gonna make it dirty. He was gonna out cardio himself.
I was
You know what I
saying
mean? Dirty
ignorant
box
shit, dude. I was like, Askren knows how to dodge punches, dude. He's had fucking professionals throwing punches at his head his whole life, dude.
Proved us wrong.
Proved us wrong in such a crazy, deep fucking way.
What's the percentage you think this is a work, though? What's the percentage you think this is on the up and up?
I just think it's like near zero.
Really?
zero. I don't
100% for real? For real?
Like Anderson threw the fight for money.
I'd say it's
no.
I think those guys
Anderson,
were all
I don't
fighters.
think would, but like Askren talked about smiling on the way back, talking about I just made more money than I made in my entire.
Oh, I'm
career
sure he
combined."
was.
You don't want to get flatlined like that. He's making that money whether he's getting flatlined or he fights a good fight. You're not just fucking sitting there and going like, "Let me get knocked the fuck out." He stood there. Like
no.
a guy
He's
who doesn't know
saying
how to
like
box.
the guy like they threw it. Like they threw it like you're gonna lose this fight on purpose.
I don't think that happened.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it doesn't look at all like that to me. I mean, it looked like
some of these
Askren
clips
didn't
I see
show
on
up in great
Instagram
shape.
after look like it though.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Anderson.
Some of the slow motion clips they show.
Yeah, where he
they do
doesn't
look a little
actually, it
funny.
doesn't really hit him. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple that I was at like I would say about 90-10, where I thought 90% it was real, 10% chance is fake. But I'm pretty
They're
much
making a
sold on
lot
it
of
being
money,
real.
bro. Like anytime anybody's making that much money, it just like.
Can I tell you the problem is there's too many people. This is what I've learned as a man who's cheated on a lot of my chicks, right?
And some of your dudes.
You don't want to create a paper trail, right? You can't have that many fucking people knowing your horseshit. You got to find a cool chick and keep her fucking mouth shut, right? But you can't make it a thing in this day and age with social media and people's big fucking mouths. You can't kick up dust like that. And in order to have him throw a fight, the amount of people would have to be quiet. A lot of people would have to be quiet, and I just don't see it happening. And especially when you have guys that are like, these aren't like nobodies. These are extremely like, you know, I mean, world champion level guys, Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren, Anderson Silva, these guys all went to the peak of the fucking mountain in their respective, you know, I mean, Ben sort of dudded out in the UFC, but he was still a high-level Bellator champion.
Yeah, he was a champ, Bellator.
Yeah, Bellator champion. That's a huge fucking deal, dude. He was a high-level wrestler. So, you know, these guys, I just don't, you don't really get to that level of greatness if you're that much of a fucking punk and you're willing to take a little bit of a cash out.
In
these
the
guys
words
also make a lot of money.
The great Ted DiBiase. Everybody's got a price.
That is true.
Listen, bro, I'm not saying it's just part of it is just also like I can't believe this guy's beating the pro fighters. Like, you know, and I don't, and these guys aren't really fighting like great pro fights.
No,
they're not
but
like going out there.
dude, Jake looks fucking good, dude. He's really good. What do you want to say?
I gotta say, I thought Anderson Silva looked good.
That was the first one where I was
when
really
Anderson
like,
was walking him down and Jake was backing up, and I was like, oh, when Anderson got aggressive, it was great. There was but somebody made this point. They were talking about how Anderson isn't the aggressive fighter; he's a counter fighter, and he wasn't fighting his fight.
But it's the same thing with Woodley. Woodley had him shook, and then it's like he didn't throw again.
When I saw when Anderson came out, I think it was between the 6th and the 7th, and his nose was busted up and broken, and you saw his face, you're like, oh shit, dude, Anderson looks worse right now than Jake. And then he fucking dropped him in the 8th, and I was like, wow.
But Anderson Silva's 95 years old.
Wow. Anderson Silva would
It was
still,
11 o'clock at night.
Anderson Silva,
they should have done this at 3 o'clock.
To this day, at 50 years old or 48 or whatever he is, could probably still clean the clock of anybody in the top 10 to 20 in the UFC 185. And a lot of the guys that are in the top 10 still. He's still, any given Sunday, can still win that fight, right? Anderson's a fucking savage.
Anderson looked good in his fight against Israel Adesanya, which was not that long ago. Anderson fought, he's fought 2 other boxing fights where he looked phenomenal in both of those fights. I mean, I don't know. Jake Paul, look, man,
the kid's good.
He's going to keep.
That's the story. It's not about anything else. He's good.
Yeah,
he's also coming in. He's also coming in a lot heavier than these guys. Isn't he coming in like 225 or something?
Not really. He wasn't much heavier than Anderson. I think Anderson might have even had the size.
He was heavier than the other ones.
Than Ben and Tyron for sure.
But it'll be interesting, and he's gonna.
Bottom line, size matters.
Yeah, doggy, believe me. Well, what about? Have you guys been watching the KSI and fucking?
You talking bullshit like you're not a big guy. Like the internet thinks you're a small guy. You're a big fucking guy. What
you're
like,
Mickey's a massive 170 pounder.
He's a big dude.
What do you walk around at?
Like 200 something.
He's huge, dude.
He's a big dude, bro.
Heavy
He's
hands,
fucking
like,
No, man, us little guys. Shut the fuck. You're 6'3". You're a goddamn tight end. Shut up.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
Did you guys see KSI and what's his name, Dylan Dennis?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see this. What happened? I saw people tweeting about it.
It's all just kind of like fake hype shit. I don't know why. I don't know what it is at KSI. It's just, but I feel about KSI sort of how I felt about Jake Paul a year ago, right?
He
Where
beat
I'm like,
Jake Paul, but Jake Paul came out like Logan. I'm sorry, beat Logan, but Logan came out better for it, right? Like I don't.
So this was like, I guess they got in each other's face. They're setting out. They do have a fight in January. I believe it's officially booked.
Oh, taps, taps.
He hit him with a very light punch.
Little taps.
Get off of me, mate.
Get off of me.
That's fake.
That was bollocks.
Yeah, that's staged.
That looks staged.
It was poppycock.
Right here? No, you don't need to.
No, yeah?
But I can knock you out if I want
Yeah,
to.
do it right now.
What, right now?
Yeah.
What, a little slap?
Yeah, no more.
Yeah, it was. It literally,
that looked fake.
All right, guys.
Well,
we didn't get it on camera too. Can we go back to places? Everybody places.
Then they went outside though, and there was a Bellator fighter that started fucking popping off hard to Dylan Dennis and his crew, and he started walking him down. Pull up that.
Rocked him, right?
Yeah, he
Knocked
punched.
his
Yeah,
ass
dude, he
back under a
fucking
car.
dude. Yeah, that wasn't fake. That punch was not.
Let me
fake.
see this.
I mean, if it was like,
I agree.
you know,
I think that part was
lit in
not
the
planned.
swarm, the cell, was it?
Huh?
Lit in the swarm.
No.
no, he was an American guy, black dude. Pull that up.
Pretty boy, something. Anthony Taylor, I think.
Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, dude.
He's,
And
he trains. What's that gym out in Florida? Like AJ McKee. Shit, I'm drawing a blank right now, but.
but he got in their face and he started
Body
walking down Dylan Dennis's entire fucking crew, dude. Dylan Dennis just seems like a herb. I don't know nothing about him. He just seems as he's always looking for a fucking angle, like just always looking to like create like a viral moment. And there's just something about that where you're going like, are you even a real person? Like, who are you? What is? The
I know
thing?
him.
Trying to.
I know him. We trained the same gym for a while.
Okay, is he cool?
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't even
I don't
know.
really know him like that. I don't know. I don't think he's about that life though. He's about that flash
Let's see.
shit.
This is outside afterwards. If you just get a choppier version.
If you could just show us a series of still frames.
Hey, Mickey, now that you own Gas Digital, can you get us better Wi-Fi?
Yeah, can we please make that work?
Listen, now this Slick and Thick is here and I'm in charge. Yeah, everything's you guys.
We're gonna
Make your friends
rules
subscribe.
for life, and you hit us with a rule for life, by the way, man. That's one of the rules for life for sure. We want to do like at least one rule for life and write a book about it. And one of the things that you said is about keeping it tight and making sure that you're able to control the narrative with the ladies.
Hell yeah.
When I was younger and playing ball.
Pause it. He's in the middle of a point. What is going on with our producers today? What crazy timing.
Just making sure it's playing.
We threw a little curveball at you.
We'd go into the cities and all the young guys on the team we'd hit the clubs and just try to ransack the place, and then the old heads would go straight to the strip club and we would be like, bro, we're ball players, bro. We run into the club, we get it for free. Why are you going to the strip club? And they would be like, man, Rook, we're not paying for the pussy. We're paying for the silence.
Yes.
Like that's we got wives at home, dog.
true.
Like we're not running to the club here. That's
simple as that. Easy peasy. It's a great point. It's
rule
a great
for life,
point.
bro.
Rule for life.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you can pull up the video.
Hey, pick on an MMA fighter, bro. Pick on an MMA fighter, nigga. Because I'll beat your ass in the street right now. I'll beat your ass in the street right now. Hey, I'll beat your ass in the street right now, nigga. I'm
Kinda walking away.
Fighter, bro. Nah, nigga, don't turn your back, nigga, because I'll knock your ass out, nigga.
It all looks staged with these people.
I
think this looks real.
What's up, nigga?
Watch when he lands the right, he hits him hard. And none of these guys want any of this, which is crazy. If you're rolling through with four dudes,
Look.
ooh,
Yeah, no, that's real.
clipped him.
this guy tried to hit him. This guy gets
Oh.
fucking flatlined
Oh.
behind. Now it turns into a fucking brawl. This isn't
Oh.
fake.
I say it is.
Oh, there goes that Ramada's 2-star review.
Yeah, and that's basically it. But it's like if you're I'm assuming that Dylan's rolling through with fighters, right? Who are these guys that are just letting one dude walk them down?
Well, especially
I
if
feel like
you're
the kids that I grew up with.
Yeah.
If there was one dude trying to walk them down, they'd be like, yeah, let's fucking jump this guy and fucking
there's a bunch
stomp him
of
to
us.
death.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
those are
especially
fighters.
if you're rolling through to talk shit and cause a it's not like they're just happen to be there together.
I think
like
he's
your guys
trying
are
to
coming
create
with,
a viral
like,
moment,
dude,
and that's as far as he wants to take it. He doesn't actually want to get beat up.
If you go find Nate Diaz and his crew, and you came up and said the first sentence that this guy said, to them, the first sentence of it, they'd be like, "Challenge accepted.
Yeah,
Enough
let's go.
said.
Let's go.
We will now all
Yeah.
be fighting you."
Your
Like,
term-
that's what's happening here.
Your terms
Could you
are
imagine
acceptable.
Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz, and Jake Shields walking away, be like, "Yeah, no, this one guy's talking shit to us, and now we're gonna start walking." in
And
the
then just
opposite
getting that.
direction."
All right, everyone.
You know
calm
what?
down,
We're all
everyone
cool,
calm
guys.
down.
We've learned our
We're
lesson
good.
here.
I hope you guys know that you're in the corner now for Mick's next fight. We're gonna have some expectations for you guys if somebody comes up.
You goddamn right.
Yeah.
Mickey already knows. Mickey's been with me in the
I
steam
was
room.
looking more at Dick.
Mickey knows when people start doing this. One time, me and Mickey went to the steam room at Equinox, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but there was some guy in the shadows. What happened? We were talking,
In
and
the
some guy.
steam
We were in the
room
steam
at
room, and there was
Equinox.
just some black guy that we couldn't even see what he looked like.
In the shadows.
And he's like, yeah, he's like,
So Lewis wasn't sure how hard to go at him.
no, I know how hard to go at him.
This is a scene from Eastern Promises.
And he told us to shut up. He's like, hey guys, be quiet. We're trying to relax in here. And then I saw red, and I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Mickey's like, calm down, dude. What's wrong with you? He's like, I'm a professional. I can't be seen like this.
I don't want to
Get
fight
me
people
knocking
naked.
out naked in the fucking.
It's a big black naked guy in the steam room.
He's like, guys, couple dudes trying to suck each other off over here in the corner. You guys could try to keep it down.
Yeah, blowing their vibe.
Yeah, so that happened. So I guess KSI and Dylan Dennis are boxing.
They're boxing. Dylan Dan is boxing.
Yeah.
Isn't he? He's a jiu-jitsu specialist, no?
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
We'll see what happens. Now I wish I had Vic's notes.
Do you think
Nah,
there's any?
fuck those
Do you
notes.
think
We're
there's
not-
like
we don't-
Fuck
any?
Vic's notes.
Do you think there's any discipline that's like complete? We were talking about earlier, like Wing Chun or some of that shit. Do you think there's any like disciplines that are completely full of shit? Jeet
I don't
Kune Do.
know. I think there's something. Jeet Kune Do is like the early, like an early kind of version of MMA. It's about combining styles.
Okay.
Yeah, some Bruce Lee shit, right?
Yeah.
Aikido.
That one might be a little funky.
That one
That one might be a little. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I thought of a rule for life though off that, and actually you reminded me of it. If you're in the left lane driving and someone's like within, let's say, 10 to 20 yards, get to the right, right? Like this is a public service announcement.
This is
If you're
for New
driving
York
the left
specifically.
lane, if you're in the left lane going
passing
slow,
lane.
that's
The
the
fast
pass
lane.
lane. That's the
Passing
fast
lane.
lane.
Yeah, yeah.
You should barely see someone behind you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should if they're within 20 yards behind you, you got to speed up, and if they close that distance, move over to the right, let them pass.
Yeah, is this something that like
So
everybody
inconsiderate.
moved to New York and everybody from New York moved to Florida and now nobody knows the left lane is the passing lane?
I feel like
what
this
what's
should
going
not
on
be a
here?
rule for life. That is a pretty mild rule for life.
Well, I feel
Well, it
like-
slows me down. It costs me about 5 minutes on a lot of my when I'm trying to drive 120.
I feel like there should be some serious
That's just sort of
repercussions.
it's just
There
common
should be-
common sense.
There should be repercussions for going 45.
You'd be
in the left
surprised,
lane,
bro. It's
man.
not that common.
Yeah.
That sense is not that common.
Yeah.
Do you think it's messed up that we only have a horn at this point? Like we can't like just actually like talk to the car in front of us, be able to like get them on the intercom, and be like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
are
that'd
you
be
doing
trouble.
up there?"
Too much.
That'd be trouble.
That would be awful. Turn life into a video game headset.
I'll be what's
Hey,
up?
faggot, your
Yeah.
mother's a pig. Get out of my fucking lane.
Get out of the
How
lane, you piece of shit.
How soon do you think that we're going to be before we have completely self-driving cars?
I
I'll
don't
be the
know.
very last person.
Don't
to get
they?
in.
Well, they have
Yeah.
Teslas that are like kind of there, right? Like do some.
I'm
My
talking
boy was
about
in that
like
and this shit
you
crashed.
sit in a pod
Yeah.
and
Was
that
it really?
shit just
Like
fucking
Christos.
goes.
You know what what I've always thought that I find weird is that it's like you get to a point with cars, and I don't necessarily like what the next implication is here. I don't think it's good, but you go like, okay, so now you have a thing where your car has this like internal GPS. It knows what the speed limit on the road you're on is, and it also knows what speed you're going. Like how long before you don't
We've
have
eliminated
to get,
traffic.
Well, you don't have to get caught by a cop.
No, they
for
tried- they
speeding.
tried to-
They could just fucking be like, "Oh, dude,
No,
your
they tried
your
this with,
car's speeding here." There's and shit where it can just stop your car.
They
from
have the
speeding.
technology. I just feel like
I hope it doesn't go there. But
driving fast is half the reason I have a nice car.
Yeah.
So it's like if I couldn't drive fast in it, I think it would destroy the infrastructure of the automobile industry.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
might be right about
I just
that.
want to fucking put pedal to the metal and just go sometimes and risk it.
It's no different than they have breathalyzers that you got to breathe into to start your car after like
Yeah.
50 UI or whatever. They can put that in every car, but instead they're just like, you must be good at it. You're getting
trust
away
you.
with it. So, but they did that. That was adjudicated when Easy Pass first came out. They were like tracking the amount of time it took for you to go through tolls, and they're like, you were speeding.
Yeah.
And then somebody immediately was like, I got the right to face my accuser, and they got rid of it. And
All right,
whatever.
well,
Yeah,
that's
so,
good.
Yeah, but as far as I'm more concerned about, what if you say some dumb shit on the internet the government doesn't want, and the self-driving car decides not to start anymore?
no,
That's
that's one thing people are real afraid of.
Libertarian time.
Yeah, here we go.
These fucking
These two
anything's
guys,
free speech somehow. I mean, we're really guys. I mean, we're talking about self-driving cars, and they turn it into a fucking free speech conversation.
Well, that car
'cause
can
they-
say whatever it
yeah.
I'm
wants.
kind
to.
of with it. I'm kind of with it.
You're not
I like-
your nice car won't turn on because Lord fucking God Almighty doesn't want.
or what if
you-
it's the opposite? What if your car starts practicing free speech?
These are probably
the
the
car
two
from Knight
biggest
Rider.
libertarians I know. I would say Gerard's the biggest because size matters.
Jews
dude.
control-
Size matters so much, even though he's the fucking president.
Yeah, I'm pound for pound the biggest libertarian in the room.
Pound for pound.
More bounce
Yeah,
to the ounce,
actually,
baby.
them you two on a ticket would look like Waluigi and Wario.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, but I don't.
I'd vote.
I'm not
I'd
down
have
with the
my vote for
non-aggression
sure.
principles. So I'm very much into the.
He's like, yeah, dude,
strike
size
first.
matters. Obviously, I like the aggression principle.
Yeah, I'm not much for the non-aggression principle at all.
Well, there goes your fucking endorsement.
That's it. Yeah, no, the whole there has to be. We have to be very close to just getting in little pods that are going to go 120 miles an hour, and they're just gonna all zip past each other, and fucking speed lights are gone.
Sure.
It's all just on a grid, and it's all
Well,
sort of
maybe
algorithm.
by the year 2000.
What was that, like the Jetsons? Like you sucked into that thing and just get shot? Like, oh no, Futurama, not the Jetsons.
Do you remember how, like, fucking... I mean, I know we were, like, little kids. I don't know. You're, I think, younger than me, Mick.
I'm very young, guys.
But you... Like, in 1992, we were
I was
so
born
bullish on... We were so bullish on what the year 2000 was going to look like. Like, we really were like... I mean, we were, like, probably have flying cars by then. Yeah. And we'll probably have all this shit. And then it turns out we just had iPods. We were just like, we got way better than the Walkman.
Yeah, it was certain things. Like, we do speak on FaceTime now. And it's kind of funny, is this technology has existed for a little while, but I think it just caught on in the past, like, year or two. Like, we're now, like, almost all my conversations are on FaceTime now.
Really?
Yeah,
You do that a
FaceTime.
lot?
I look in the eyes of the person that I'm speaking to.
I do that with my family and almost nobody else.
Rule for
Very
life number
occasionally.
3: never FaceTime me without texting me first.
Hold on, man-to-man FaceTiming is the
Bro,
gayest shit. No, I'm not talking about your boys.
Don't just start FaceTiming.
Okay, that's what I was gonna
the
say.
women in your life, your family members, your
Random
son.
ass. No, hey, if
Here
you're
we call it FaceTime.
If you are a woman in my life, do not FaceTime me randomly, please. And
Why?
Because you don't know what the fuck I'm doing right. What am I going to
Can't stop
Taking a
beating
shit.
off. You don't have
need
to answer.
You can
I always answer my FaceTime.
My hand's always in my phone. Bro, if you don't answer your FaceTime, it's sus, dude.
Dude, I dropped my phone in my toilet tonight. I'm so annoyed.
Oof.
Yeah, dude. I was pissing
man.
too. It's just this.
Ugh.
That's how it had to happen. There's enough room for you to drop it in the toilet when you're shitting? It has to happen. You're pissing, bro.
It's
Otherwise,
just
it's just
right
like,
between my legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked. Oh, I'm so annoyed.
Yeah.
And now I can't plug it in. When it plugs in, it says the inside of your phone's wet.
We've detected piss inside of your phone.
Shit. Yeah, man. I think the drone will happen like before the pod happens. I think the drone like that. Like,
What do you mean?
They're trying out like these like express drones. Like they're like drones, but humans go in them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
That'd be kind of cool, right? Little like pod
Skynet.
drone. Yeah. Little Honda is doing it. Honda.
Helicoptering
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of like the Amazon drones dropping off packages?
Yeah,
I
what's
haven't
the-
seen.
I-
I've
we-
seen
haven't seen it
videos
either.
of
We
them,
were
not in
promised
person.
that. We were promised that by now.
Yeah.
Like, are they that? Do they think we're just not going to be lazy enough?
Dude, I saw a robot in LA just delivering food. It was like straight up like, so I don't even know what it was,
Lewis,
dude.
it was a Mexican. Jesus, Lewis. They're people. Go talk to one of them.
Nothing has gotten worse than customer service since '92. Dude, you used to sit down at the table, Mick, and there would
Really?
be bread on the table waiting for you. It was amazing.
Unbelievable.
It was
Doggy,
great. It was
dude,
nuts.
I-
Delivery was
this
free.
loves
They
his
offered
carbs.
it.
This person was delivering this robot was delivering food. It came by me. It was just like, zzz, zzz, zzz. And then I stopped in front of it. I wanted to get in its way because I was like, this is crazy. What the fuck is this doing? And it was like, please get out of my way. I am delivering food. It was fucking crazy.
Lewis is
Send
going to
this
be.
to you?
What,
Lewis
what
is
is it
gonna-
like
this
sealed
is
up?
LA?
How could you not
It was
just
sealed
jack
up.
its field?
Was this
It's-
San Francisco?
it was-
Where were you at?
It was in LA.
L.A.
Yeah. Are you looking this up, Natalie? Is this something that I'm making up? Was this in my head? Was this in my dreams?
I will look it up, but I was going to say, have you seen, they have like cleaning robots at Stop and Shop that comes by, sees that there's a spill, and then tells a human worker to go clean it up. It doesn't do shit.
Why does it do shit?
Solid.
It has a name and eyes, and it just drives around in the aisles. It's so disturbing. But I will look up your.
Today
your
I learned that
food
there are
delivery.
white robots.
Delivery. They're food delivery robots in Los Angeles. Look it up. Maybe it was a pilot program. but
I
it
just
was
feel like
fucking
Lewis
crazy.
is going to be the reason why the robots turn against us. Like he's like, so I saw this robot, so I start fucking with it. Like, hey, stupid robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't like the libertarian stuff, but watch those robots flying around.
I like
in
the libertarian
China.
stuff.
You got.
I mean, I think
I'm
that,
dripping on
I
you
think
like
that shit
cancer.
Makes,
I'm dropping
that shit
into
makes
you.
the most sense, though.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't leave people alone and leave me alone for leaving people
Yeah,
alone.
it's-
That's a solid
Yeah,
philosophy.
it
People
makes the
should be.
most sense,
People
but-
ought to be free. It's like the most
dare you.
basic principle.
That sounds like a threat to democracy.
That
Well,
is a
it is.
terrible.
It actually is.
That is a terrible way to sell slaves.
You ought to be free to sell those
That's
slaves,
crazy.
sir.
That's a crazy way to be.
But do you know what I'm talking about with the Chinese drones flying
Wait.
through?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah.
Wait,
it was,
that
yes,
is a
it had
robot?
face.
Is
Yes.
this
That
what it
doesn't.
looked
That's
like?
that looks like a remote control.
Wally.
That's not a
Oh,
robot.
I was not
picturing. I pictured
expecting-
like it had a head and
Yeah.
like arms.
There he is.
I wasn't
like that, yeah,
expecting
dude.
a Tonka truck.
Yeah, that's like a walking cooler.
Yeah.
I would
It's
kick
hard
that
not to
shit
feel
over.
bad. I feel bad for the Roomba when it keeps hitting into the corner, and I'm just like, oh.
Dude, I brought
buddy.
my ex-girlfriend a Roomba for Christmas. It was the most offensive gift I've ever got anybody.
Why? Were they sold out of treadmills?
Yeah,
or-
She was dirty.
Listen, bitch, we both know you're not going to do the vacuuming.
Well, she was terrible at cleaning, so I was like, and she hated it, so I was like, let me buy you a Roomba so you don't have to. I was buying her time, to be honest with you. It's like really romantic when you think about it.
It is.
Yeah, that's
really
the
not,
most
though.
precious commodity.
It is.
Yeah, you can't, dude. It's literally the one thing you can't get
Why?
back.
Yeah.
can't
Why?
get
Why
it
was she
back.
mad at the Roomba? That's fine. Like getting her a broom would have been way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, seriously, if it was just like a fucking
You got her some Windex and like a hint.
no, a Roomba was fine. I thought it was a great. It was also like $700. It was crazy.
Yeah, man, they ain't cheap.
Fuck.
Roombas are expensive, Dougie. What were we just talking about a second ago?
Roombas.
There was something
Robots?
else in the notes. There was something else in the notes.
Flying cars.
The
Dude, fuck the notes.
the robots in China
Fuck
telling
the notes,
telling
fine.
the people to resist their soul's urge for freedom.
That is pretty funny that Lewis is like, there was something else in
Let me
the
look
notes.
over these notes. See if there's anything
Yeah.
good
Man,
on here.
wish I didn't rip them up and throw them
There's
around the
anything
room
good
like
in here.
confetti.
What do you think?
No.
What did you guys talk Pereira and Adesanya?
We did, but we could talk more about it if you want to.
Why do you think Pereira has his number?
Well, I said to you,
Oh, wait, I got
said
something- I got
outside.
something
don't
about
think
that.
He does.
So the worst call I ever made was that I didn't think Adesanya was gonna be that good.
Really?
Yeah. I called like early after winning like his first fight. I was kind of like, well, one, he was beefing with my boy Joe Schilling. And that's like my brother. So I was
Oh,
like,
were
fuck
they?
this
They
dude.
have a beef, really?
I was like, fuck this dude, right? Yeah.
And they were both like high level
kickboxing
guys,
shit. And then I was like, I thought the first wrestler he fought he was gonna lose. I thought Derek Brunson was gonna kill him. Like you know what I mean? And I gotta say I was wrong on that one. Like obviously Adesanya did fucking
Derek Brunson did not kill him.
You know what I mean? Like Adesanya did great for himself, became the champ. I was happy to see Pereira win. I'm friends with like the guys in his crew. Well, you know that huge dude who makes Gerard look small that like translates for him. Mm-hmm. That's my boy Plinio, and like
nice.
he's like that dude's like. He's like super overweight, but that dude will fucking head kick anybody. Like it's crazy. He's a beast. I used to train with him back in the day, so I was happy to see Pereira won. I thought they could have let it keep going, but I think it would have been worse if they let that fight keep going. I thought the fight was like
Quite
kind of a
possibly.
good stoppage, but I was really impressed by like just kind of piggybacking on how wrong I was. Adesanya's the way he wrestled in that fight, I thought was fucking awesome. Like I was really impressed with him. The way
he's the more well-rounded fighter, right? And you can tell that he's been
Obviously,
working
yeah.
on everything,
And he
right?
was winning the fight through 4 rounds.
He was.
That's why I just say I don't think it's so clear that like
He was up, 3-1
he's got
at
his
least.
number. I think it's like Pereira caught him. And that's a dude who you can't get caught
Catching,
by.
Pereira
I think
hits like a
catching is a
machine.
little. I would say a little bit of an understatement. I think he
was looking for that left hook the whole fight.
Yeah.
Adesanya's hand was here the whole fight, guarding against it, keeping it away, and that thing finally fucking broke through.
Yeah,
It took 5 rounds to
Rogan
get
said,
there.
Rogan had a great sort of description of it. He said that Adesanya had to fight a perfect fight.
Yeah.
And Pereira didn't. Pereira just had to fight.
Pereira fought right,
Hey, man,
exactly.
That's
and if Adesanya made any mistakes, he was going
it's
to
like
get.
the Deontay Wilder, him and Tyson Fury. Like he just needed to land that one. You know what I mean?
So I don't know that he has a number. I just feel like there's that outcome. I think happens more often than not.
It's very hard to fight that
It's
guy
like the
for 5
feds.
rounds.
It's like the feds. You got to
only
be
gotta-
right every time. The feds just got to
the
get you
feds
once.
just gotta
You know
get
what
you
I mean?
once.
That is a
You can
great
beat-
analogy.
you know?
That's it.
Great.
That's I did this thing, Mafia
I-
States of America, and one of the guys that I directed was like, I was like, hey man, listening to your story makes me feel like I should probably sell some drugs, man. And he goes, problem is they only got to get you once.
one time.
You can be right for 15
No, I
years.
came up with
and
that.
They only got to get you. They only got to get you once.
Dude, I've been fucking chicks my whole life. I suck one dick. Here I am.
Only got to get AIDS once.
I'm gonna get it once.
Dude, but dude,
You can say the other F word though.
I
That's
can.
true.
Yeah.
If
That's
you do
true.
that's what the
Worth
price you have
it.
to pay.
That is the truth. Guys, I don't have to suck a dick to say I can just say it, guys. I don't have a corporate job like you, Nick.
But the
Got
thing
me
about
there.
the 5-round fights though is like I feel like it's a completely different sport than the 3-round fight. Like you look at what Leon Edwards did with Usman. Like, does Leon Edwards ever beat Usman in a 3-round fight ever? Does
Okay.
like,
Maybe. I mean, look, I think that these guys also they pace themselves for 3 to 5. If they're fighting a 5-round fight, the guys that are really pros are pacing themselves for a 5-round fight. You know, he's probably gonna fight a different fight if he's fighting it over 3 rounds. He wasn't
100%. If you're fighting a fight to the death,
Mm-hmm.
you're fighting different. Like in MMA, you have to you have to you have to speed up your urgency to,
Sure.
you know what I mean? To,
remember back in the day
to
with the-
impress in 15 minutes and get the job done.
I think
Grand
very
Prix.
often you people see a 5-round fight and they go, "Oh, dude, if that was 3 rounds, he was losing that fight." But it would have been a different fight. Usman and both Usman and Edwards are coming in with a completely different strategy, probably with a lot more urgency to finish it earlier in the 3-round fight. But yeah, once again, Leon's like, it's another thing where it's like he's just got to catch you, right? And he proved that like he can fucking really put you out. So you have to fight a really. And I thought Usman was going to smoke Leon Edwards.
Did you?
Oh yeah, dude. I thought Leon Edwards had no chance in hell. Really, honestly.
I certainly didn't think he had no chance. I thought Usman was a big favorite, but even Leon Edwards is that a little bit like Pereira. That dude touches you with anything, you could be in a lot of trouble. Leon Edwards, like he can land on Usman and still not fucking end the fight.
Yeah.
He literally hit him with the perfect fucking thing to hit him with, like in almost the last chance of like getting it, and it was just perfect.
Yeah.
Like it's an interesting thing now because like if they rematch, he's got all this confidence. He's the champion now. Usman's been knocked out cold. How does that affect everyone? I don't know. But the truth is, for at least that fight, the last time they fought, I think Usman wins that fight. Maybe like 7 or 8 out of 10 times.
Is that rematch happening?
I don't know. I don't know if it's official yet.
I think both fights are going to be rematched. Where
I think
the
this one's
champion
going to win the
lost.
fight. It's going to be similar to with Amanda Nunes, how she came back and just.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We got to wrap up here in a minute. We got to go up to Legion of Skanks here. Coop, did you prepare? I whispered in Coop's ear after you guys came and took over.
That's cool.
Like,
Me and Gerard are going to do the real podcast when you guys leave.
You guys could just fucking take over for the next 2 hours. It fucking means nothing. This is fucking your studio.
Actually,
at this
it means
guys.
everything.
Well,
It's
you know
going to
what?
be excellent.
I take it.
You guys, you're welcome.
Yeah, but I sent Coop a message and I was like, you know what, these guys want to come in and try to out alpha us. I bet you they're not even the more knowledgeable of the MMA podcasts here. So I said, Coop, throw us some MMA trivia. We'll wrap up the show with some Yo MMA rap trivia and see who can fucking.
I like me a competition.
Let's
Wait,
go.
so how do we do? Does it go to one side then the other? Or
Yeah,
is it
one
whoever
side
answers
they could
first?
steal and we could do it together. We could answer it together.
All right.
All right.
So who starts?
I don't know. What are we?
Let's fight for it. Let's fight for it. Let's fight for it.
Yes. No, Coop's got some guesses.
I'd say we just pick. I'm going to say we just pick which side.
How about we do it in teams? So you guys obviously, and then I'll ask the questions. I got 5 of them here.
And then whoever gets more answers, we could steal. We could steal if we know.
All right.
Yeah. And that's keeping score. All right, so the first one up here, I try to do a little mixture of like not too obvious, but also not too.
Do we just yell out if we know it?
No, you guys are going to answer together.
No, it's
You're
gonna
up
be
first.
you're going to get asked, and then our
okay.
team.
And if you don't know, we can steal.
Okay.
All right, so who has the most UFC fights of all time?
Jim Miller.
You guys, should we do it like each person answers, or like if
No, he
No, I just got the answer right.
He's get it right. He's got it right. So we can just move on to the next question.
Okay.
I mean, ask him a fucking question about a Jersey guy, you fucking dickhead.
My brother. That's my
You
big brother
fucking
right
asshole. You fucking. Whose team are you on, Coop?
there. Job, Coop. He
I'm
knows
playing.
the
I'm
Jim
playing.
Miller.
I'm playing. Ready? All right.
All right, we're up.
Who has the most decision wins in UFC history?
The most decision wins in UFC history.
The most decision wins in UFC history.
This one's a little bit more tough for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Shit.
Thanks, dickhead.
Son of a bitch. I might go. I don't, Lewis. Not final answer.
Next question for them is like, who was Mickey Gall's coach in his first fight? Dickhead.
I'm leaning GSP.
You pop anonymous?
But I don't know. What do you
the
think?
most no, because I think
Do you
that-
guys want a hint?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing fucking
All
hints
right,
now?
yeah,
Wait a
bring
minute.
the hint in. Go
Bring
for
the
it.
hint.
I like
I'll
the
allow
hint.
It's
a
just
hint.
one. It's not a crazy. He is a welterweight.
Well, his GSP was a welterweight, but he finished his career as a
Matt Hughes. maybe, or
Can I
Jesus?
go?
No.
They-
No.
Are you guys?
No, we're not passing it. If we get it
Alright.
wrong, you get to steal. Okay.
All right.
The most decisions.
You got to go someone who's had a ton of fights and a ton of wins. I'm thinking it's going to be GSP. I don't know. Who do you
Who's
think?
a fucking journeyman at fucking welterweight that has a ton of decisions? It's got to be somebody that's currently on the roster. I feel like that's where we're missing something here.
All right.
Coop just gave me a thumbs up.
Yeah,
so.
dickhead. That's enough hints.
So
All
I
right,
know
so
it's
not
not
GSP. All right, so not GSP.
I know who it is.
You son of a bitch. Mickey knows all this shit.
I can't even name a welterweight right now. God damn it. It's also Mickey's weight class, you piece of shit, Coop. You fucking... I don't know. Mickey, what do you say?
Neil Magny?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I knew that one. I knew that
It's
one.
never happening. It's never happening.
Damn.
I knew that.
They got 2 points. Okay.
All right.
They have 2 points and control.
This one, speaking of control, this one should be a little bit more, less obvious. Who has the most control time out of all Hall of Fame fighters?
GSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
All right, so we already lost the 3 points.
That was pretty obvious.
We can't come back.
I knew that was going to be.
So
GSP.
what was this for? Who the best MMA
You
podcast
guys are the more
is?
knowledgeable.
Damn it. We're not even really an MMA podcast. As Gerard would say, our episodes are evergreen.
Yeah, dude.
I got some wild card questions if you want.
Please, I would love a wild card question, Vic.
What are they worth? 3 points?
How convenient.
This is very important. Yeah, 3 points each.
Yeah, you guys haven't even gotten the mail-in question.
Vic!
What shape is the shape of men the most dangerous shape?
Ding, ding, ding.
Triangle.
Triangle.
What the fuck kind of? I don't even understand.
I'm so sorry, you guys are tied now.
We're tied.
We're tied?
We're tied. Thank you, Vic.
Yes, bro. We're back.
All right, now Mickey and Gerard.
Quick
I
question.
thought I
What
wanted
did
to
he
be
say?
like water. Water has no shape. Be like
What
water.
the shape of men?
The shape of men is the triangle. Everyone knows
The
that.
shape of men?
Dustin Poirier knows.
Yeah.
My
He
shape's
understands.
pear mostly.
Go ahead.
Shape of men?
Vic,
All right,
you can ask that one. This is 3 points.
Here's one for you. How many seasons did Leah Thompson star in Caroline in the City?
I said I'm young. I don't know this stuff.
4.
Correct.
God damn it, Vic.
They just got 3 points off that.
You son of a bitch.
They just took a commanding 6-3.
Victor, what the fuck?
A commanding 6-3
You
lead.
see what happens when you spend all your time jerking off, Lewis?
Thor, you nailed it.
Here's one just for
really knew
Lewis.
that?
This is just for me.
I know
All right.
Dave knows this one. In Rocky 3, who did Mr. T play?
Clubber Lang.
What was that? What type of
That's a great MMA question.
it's
MMA
MMA,
history.
dude.
It's a great MMA
what
question.
kind of
arts,
question is
It was
that?
an MMA movie.
What type of
Are
short
these all
bus
worth
ass
three now?
question are you
Rocky
giving these
fought
people?
Hulk Hogan in an
6-6.
MMA
Oh
fight.
my god.
6-6.
Clubber
All right.
Lang. What was his prediction?
Pain.
Yeah.
Damn it. Fuck. Vic just got 3 points. Fuck.
All right, here's
on the
a
board.
legit one for you guys. All right, this one's for Mickey. How many MMA fights has Brock Lesnar had?
MMA fights? In
Yeah, MMA
general
fights.
or UFC? 7 or 8.
All together.
I think he's like 5 and 3. So I'm gonna say 8.
I think
Is that your
6.
final answer?
6.
5 and 2 maybe. Who he lose to?
He lost to Mir.
He lost to
He lost to
Alistair.
Yeah, he lost
he-
to Corwin, right?
And he lost to
No, he
and he
beat
lost
Carwin.
to
He
and he
beat
lost to Kane.
Kane.
He beat,
So it's,
he
I
beat-
say 5 and 3,
he
8.
beat Hunt. He beat Hunt, but then it was overturned,
8.
right? Because of it was a no contest.
Was that one? Well, that do we not count a no contest? I guess so.
No, it counts as a
That
fight,
means-
right?
Yeah.
I will go 8.
9.
It is 9.
Good job, Gerard.
You just Gerard did it right there.
Good job, Gerard.
All right, well, they win. You guys own,
He had one.
you own
One
gas
more
station
for
on that
Lewis
one.
and Dave.
Yeah. Me and
We
him,
gotta- we gotta
me and
wrap
him
this,
are the
Vic.
only two guys to go in the UFC at 1-0.
Right. Right. Oh,
Go ahead,
that's
Vic.
crazy.
All right.
Yep.
What film did our fans vote as the best MMA film?
Has to be Warrior, otherwise you got shit fans.
Best MMA film.
If they say Never Back Down, we're leaving the
Never
network.
Back Down 2.
Nah, way, nah, way, nah.
That movie's so stupid. They're like, the guy's like in an armbar and like he's like not tapping, and the coach is like, "Wow, you don't tap."
Yeah.
Like that's so cool. Like, no, your arm's broken now. Now you can't train for a few weeks, bro.
We can't teach you that.
What's the one? What's the one where the French guy is like an MMA fighter and he ends up somehow in a jail
Red
and
belt?
fights Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I don't really like the French.
I don't know. All right, we got to go. Vic, what was it?
Transformers.
All right, goodbye. We're done. Thanks for
Solid.
watching, guys. We'll be back next week, next Monday, with our Thanksgiving wrap-up show, talking all things turkey, and talking turkey on the show. And we'll see you then. Have yourselves a great weekend.